Inflation is one of the issues today that most countries are facing. Of course, if we ask International Monetary Fund about how to stop inflation, they just mentioned today that the best way is not to decrease tax and to provide more grants, subsidies for everybody everywhere. Why? Of course, they have a conflict of interest. They are paid taxpayers' money. They want to defend that incompetent International Monetary Fund provides policies to humans that are poorer and poorer and poorer. That's called inflation. Why? Because if they printed 1 trillion US dollars in USA, that means that the value of the dollar is decreased. 25% wages of all Americans are 25% poorer. Of course, International Monetary Fund will defend these policies because they get tax money. This money they print goes to the pockets first. It's very funny how today we have these macroeconomic models that governments sell to humans, how I can print money and it's completely legal. Of course, because International Monetary Fund says so. They get a chunk of that money first. Later, they will cut your $10, your 10 euros, 25%, 40%, they don't care. They will have a meeting in Davos or they will have another summit somewhere with a huge plane. Who cares? Who pays that? Doesn't matter. We will print more money. Of course. And if we have not enough with this conflict of interest of printing illegal, stop printing money, number one. Number two, then we have government debt, which did any humans in this planet allow governments to issue debt? I did not allow them. Judges, are you going to stop this? Because they can print as much money as they want. One, two, they can issue debt. International Monetary Fund, they don't care. Of course, they get wages of $100,000. Of course, they can really endanger a stock exchange, which is utility. For those that don't understand, it is generation of intrinsic value. Utility is what people, humans, do when they go to work. Some few have profits, let's say 20% world companies. So of course, those that pay this bill are the small medium companies that provide 90% of employment. And still, they issue grants, like for example, in the Basque Country, they just discovered 1 million euros given to an immigrant with 50 false passports, 25 different residences that I can apply for, stating I'm living in this council, that council, that council, then I get the minimum guaranteed wage. So, of course, these governments have Stone Age buildings that are occupied by incompetent workers that provide subsidies and grants, like in this case, 1 million euros in last 10 years, 52 different applications with false passports. This is the grants that International Monetary Fund wants all the countries to apply. Of course, let's not laugh about it, Generation Z and millennials. You have to change these governments that are supported by 50,000 public government buildings in Spain and 1 trillion pieces of art. Sell it. That way we can have 5% tax throughout the planet, and we don't need monetary fund, do we? Because they are going to print our money, decrease the value, generate inflation, then they are going to issue debt, and then yields to compete with the stock exchange, which is compete with utility. This is a conflict of interest. Governments cannot compete with utility. They are here just to issue health, education, security, and they can unite the governments. We don't need 50 yellow houses or pink houses in the world, or 200. We don't need that. Thank you very much indeed. Hope you liked about inflation, what they are not going to do, because of course those that provide the policies are the ones that get our tax money. Bye. Thank you.